Game of moves, strategic thinking, and mastery. The game of life is a game of moves. The saying, "put yourself in a new position," means to move yourself into the position that is most favorable for you. You get to control the moves you make in the game of life. The position can refer to a physical location, a mental standpoint, or a figurative role. Think of making moves and changing your position as changing your vantage point. Every move closer to the position you desire as your ultimate end goal gives you a better vantage point. You plan ahead, but you gain better sightlines and, by default, insights as you move closer to your final position. Why you want to get a high-level overview of your board. Before you make moves in life, every move you make is significant. You have the power to shape your destiny. Game of moves, strategic thinking, and mastery. Let's talk about the essence of the game of moves. Life is a game of chess, not checkers. Chess and checkers are both board games, but they require vastly different levels of strategy and foresight. Your life is a game of chess, not checkers. In chess, every move must be carefully calculated, considering the potential consequences several steps ahead. The end of the game is planned by the moves made in the beginning. Opening strategies and beginnings. Opening strategies in chess set the tone for the entire game, just as the first steps or decisions in life, such as education, career choices, and relationships, can shape your future. In contrast, checkers is a simple game of only thinking of the moves in front of you at that given point in time. Playing life like checkers is playing the short-term game. You need to play the long-term game when it comes to your life. You need to play your life like you are playing chess, thinking strategically, anticipating challenges, and making informed decisions that align with your long-term goals, where you want to end up on the board. A chess mindset is determined by having the depth of foresight and realizing the value of each decision in the broader context of your end goal. The importance of thinking ahead. Life, much like chess, is filled with opportunities and obstacles. To navigate it successfully, you need to plan your moves carefully. Thinking ahead allows you to 1. Avoid pitfalls. By anticipating potential challenges, you can devise strategies to avoid or overcome them. This proactive approach helps you stay ahead of problems and reduces the likelihood of being caught off guard. 2. Seize opportunities. Strategic thinking helps you recognize and capitalize on opportunities that others might overlook. By being prepared and having a clear vision, you can take advantage of favorable situations as they arise. 3. Achieve long-term goals. A well-thought-out plan keeps you focused on your ultimate objectives, ensuring that your daily actions contribute to your larger vision. Consistent progress toward your goals builds momentum and keeps you motivated. Seeing the entire field. Collecting puzzle pieces. Look at your life as if it were a game board. To succeed, you must see a high-level overview of the entire game board. Begin to collect information as if they were puzzle pieces. Gather resources, stack skills, and align with the right partners who can help you on your journey. Use your imagination in the present to pull yourself into the future. Visualize where you want to go. Act as if you are already there and make moves that align with that vision. Every decision, every step forward, is a part of completing the larger picture of your life. In the game of life, every move you make is a step closer to the person you are becoming and the goals you are striving to achieve. Remember at the beginning of the course, when you made your list of all your available pieces, you can move in your game of life. Now you are going to use that list. Start to look at all your available pieces as pieces of information in and about your game. How will you assemble them to make the best game for yourself? Movable pieces can take on different forms when looked at from different angles. You must look at all your movable pieces as individual pieces of information, but also at their place within the bigger game to see their value in different situations or when made in combination with other moves. When a piece of information or data is by itself, and no interpretation has been made yet, it is called raw data. Just as raw materials are used when building or cooking something, raw data is a piece in its unrefined form and has yet to be combined to produce finished value. Information and data are interesting when you think of them like puzzle pieces. Consider every piece of information and data as a puzzle piece, except the puzzle can be built in hundreds of millions of different ways. Imagine for a minute every piece of data and information you have ever learned or come to know sitting on the floor in front of you. How would you put it together? Would you assemble it the same way as another, if they were sitting on the floor, but on the other side of all the pieces? Data and information can be interpreted in many ways, and there are many methods to extract value from them. Information is an asset. Period. Collect as much information about your game as you can. They are your building pieces. They are the pieces you will move. Information is the building block of everything in life. Literally everything. It is valuable, more valuable than dollars or minutes. Unlike other resources in the game of life, it is powerful and can yield power and restrict it. How an individual assembles pieces of information can make them a billionaire or help them gain control of an entire industry. Ultimately, everything of value that is built into the world begins with information. The more information you have in your game about your pieces, the better moves you can make. Start seeing the world as an endless puzzle, where each piece of information is a part of a larger picture you're putting together when you make your thoughtful moves. Sacrifices for greater gains. In chess, two key pieces to focus on are the king and the pawns. Success in chess isn't just about reaching the final position. It's also about making strategic sacrifices along the way to achieve a better outcome. In chess, sacrifices are sometimes necessary to gain a better position or achieve checkmate. This mirrors life, where short-term losses or sacrifices, like time, comfort, or immediate gratification, are necessary for long-term success. The pawns are the pieces of your game that you sacrifice if need be in order to protect your king, your ultimate piece. The king, though limited in movement, is the most critical piece. Think of the king as your purpose, which must always be protected and never compromised. In both chess and life, every move involves a degree of risk when it comes to making moves. Strategic thinking comes into play, knowing when to take risks and sacrifice a pawn, a piece in your game to get the king to the final position, crossing the final finish line of your game and achieving your full purpose. Developing a chess mindset. 1. Analyze your position. Assess where you are in life and what resources you have at your disposal. Understanding your current situation is crucial for making informed decisions and planning your next moves to ensure you end up where you want to end up and not spinning your wheels getting nowhere fast. 2. Identify your purpose, your king. Clearly define your long-term goals over short-term goals and break them down into achievable milestones. You will learn how to do just this in the section Roadmap coming up next. Having specific, measurable objectives makes it easier to track your progress and stay focused. 3. Evaluate your options and what to sacrifice to reach the winning end position. Consider multiple scenarios and their potential outcomes before making decisions to move, weighing the pros and cons of each option to choose the best path forward. Level complete. You have just leveled up. Continue to the next lesson.